Cold weather strips away comfort fast. Frozen nights hit hard, and gear fails when temperatures drop lower than expected. Many people survive those nights with almost nothing, and their experience shows us what actually works when winter closes in. Welcome to Prepper's Paradigm, your channel dedicated to practical prepping and disaster preparedness. I use a computer-generated voice because an injury makes my own hard to understand. Today's video looks at winter survival lessons from people who face harsh conditions every day. Homeless men and women deal with cold, exhaustion, and exposure during long winters, and their strategies show us how to endure freezing weather when resources run low. This video focuses on practical lessons for preppers who want to stay alive during winter emergencies and long-term events. We will cover clothing that keeps heat in, shelter choices that save lives, ways to stay dry and hydrated, simple methods to retain body heat without fire, and the routines that help people survive night after night. Winter hits hard without preparation, and these lessons point toward practical steps that strengthen your own cold weather planning. Cold weather punishes anyone who trusts a single layer. Homeless people stack layers to trap warm air close to the body, and that approach works well for preppers too. Thick outer layers help block wind, while inner layers hold warmth. Cardboard, newspaper, or spare fabric add insulation when nothing else sits within reach. These materials create pockets of trapped air, and that trapped air keeps the cold out more effectively than many expect. Dry clothing always decides who stays warm and who starts losing heat fast. Wet cotton drops body temperature quickly, so using multiple synthetic layers is best whenever possible. Plastic bags placed over socks help keep feet dry in snow or slush, and that simple method makes a huge difference during long nights. Windproof barriers also protect the body from rapid heat loss, and even improvised coverings reduce the impact of freezing gusts. Winter survival often depends on keeping every bit of body heat you already have. Homeless people use tight, compact sleeping setups to trap warmth. Small spaces warm faster than large ones, and the body loses less heat when the shelter stays close. Preppers can use the same principle during emergencies when fire starting gear fails, weather conditions block open flames, or even if the heat fails at home. Ground insulation makes a huge difference. Cardboard, foam, or spare fabric placed under the body reduces heat loss into frozen concrete, soil, or stone. Many homeless people gather layers of soft material to create a buffer between themselves and the ground because cold surfaces pull warmth away fast. A sleeping pad or even folded clothing in a bug-out bag serves the same purpose. Moisture management also matters. Damp air steals heat, so people often wrap bedding or clothing in plastic to keep it dry. Mylar blankets provide a quick boost in heat retention when used correctly, and they work well inside other layers rather than as the only barrier. That method reduces condensation and keeps warmth closer to the body. Safety stays important too. Some city shelters or structures give enough protection from wind and rain to keep the body warm without fire. Homeless people rely on those spots during the coldest nights, and preppers can do the same during disasters when fire draws unwanted attention or strong winds blow flames out. Location decides survival when temperatures drop. Homeless people study their surroundings and choose spots that block wind, reduce exposure, and hold warm. Preppers can learn a lot from the way they pick these places during the worst winter nights. Solid structures give the best protection. Overhangs, alcoves, loading docks, stairwells, and recessed doorways create pockets of calmer air. These spots shield the body from direct wind, which slows heat loss and buys time during freezing conditions. Concrete walls also reflect body heat back toward the person sheltering there, so even a small corner feels warmer than an open area. Urban zones often stay warmer than rural surroundings. Heat from vehicles, streetlights, vents, and buildings creates small temperature boosts. Homeless people take advantage of this effect during extreme cold, and preppers can do the same when storms trap them in unfamiliar areas. Even a few degrees of extra warmth can prevent frostbite or hypothermia. Cold weather tricks people into thinking they need less water. The body loses plenty of moisture through breathing in cold air, and dehydration hits fast without warning. It's important to drink whenever possible during winter because dehydration weakens the body and increases the risk of hypothermia. Preppers should treat hydration as a priority during any winter emergency. Small, dense foods help maintain energy. Many homeless people rely on whatever they can get, but items that deliver steady calories without much weight are ideal. Nuts, jerky, granola bars, and peanut butter all support warmth because the body burns through calories quickly in freezing conditions. Preppers benefit from the same approach in their winter kits and bug-out bags. Warm fluids deliver a strong energy boost when the chance comes. Not every situation allows heat, though. Many homeless people continue with cold water and high-calorie snacks during long nights. That method keeps the body functioning until better options appear. Snow melts into drinking water when treated or filtered, though snow alone does not provide enough hydration without melting it first. Homeless people often search for sheltered runoff or accessible water sources during winter storms, and preppers can do the same while keeping safety and contamination risk in mind. Cold weather rewards those who stay aware of changing conditions. Homeless people often move between locations during winter because staying in one spot for too long raises the risk of exposure, frostbite, and unsafe encounters. Movement keeps blood flowing and creates new opportunities for warmth and safety. Wind shifts throughout the night, and a location that feels safe at sunset can turn dangerous later. Many homeless people relocate when strong gusts start cutting through their shelter or when snow begins to drift. Preppers can use this same mindset during emergencies by staying alert to weather changes and adjusting shelter choices when needed. Walking helps the body maintain heat, though long treks drain energy. Short, steady movements prevent stiffness and improve circulation. Homeless people often pace or shift positions to keep warm, and preppers can use the same habit during freezing temperatures. Crowded zones or unsafe spots also force relocation. Many homeless people study patterns in their area to avoid problems before they start. Preppers gain an advantage when they pay attention to noise, activity, and potential threats while choosing winter shelter during a bug-out or sudden disaster. Winter gear only matters when it keeps you alive in real conditions. Homeless people don't always have the benefit of being able to choose, so they learn how to make the most of limited resources. Preppers can rely on items that deliver steady warmth, block wind, and handle moisture. We can build stronger winter kits by focusing on the same qualities. Wool blankets offer dependable warmth even when damp. Many homeless people choose wool if they can, because it holds heat far better than cotton during freezing nights. Mylar blankets help when used inside other layers, and that method traps heat without creating heavy condensation. Preppers get the best results when they combine the insulation materials instead of relying on one item alone. Waterproof outer layers protect every other layer beneath them. Plastic coverings often help homeless people keep clothing dry during snowstorms or sleet, and preppers can upgrade that idea with proper rain gear, ponchos, or tarp setup that block wind and moisture. Dry outer layers slow heat loss and prevent clothing from becoming heavy and cold. Hand warmers, gloves, hats, and thick socks also make a big difference. Homeless people protect their hands, feet, and head because those areas lose heat fast. Preppers should pack spare socks, glove liners, and head coverings in winter kits because small items often determine how long someone can stay outside. The same items can also help inside when there is no heating. Simple tools help maintain shelter and clothing. Tape, cordage, and small cutting tools allow quick repairs when wind tears the cover or clothing rips during movement. Homeless people patch layers constantly, and preppers benefit from the same flexibility during winter emergencies. I've added a link in the description to an Amazon list with some useful items for keeping warm off-grid. Winter exposes every weakness in a plan. Homeless people deal with those weaknesses every day, and their methods show what works when gear fails, shelter runs thin, or temperatures drop fast. Their experience teaches preppers how to think clearly under pressure, how to stay warm with limited resources, and how to adapt when conditions change without warning. Strong winter preparedness always comes from practical habits. Layering works. Dry clothing saves lives. Smart shelter choices reduce exposure. Constant awareness of surroundings prevents danger. Simple routines build resilience. These lessons come from real conditions, not controlled tests or ideal scenarios. Their daily struggle gives preppers a clear picture of how to endure freezing weather when a disaster or long-term emergency removes the comforts many people take for granted. Winter planning should always include gear, skills, mindset, and awareness. Each part matters. Homeless communities show how people survive with determination and ingenuity even when resources remain scarce. Preppers gain an advantage when they study those strategies and build stronger winter plans around them. These lessons come from real hardship, and they strengthen any prepper's plan for freezing weather. Like the video if you found it helpful. Share it with anyone who wants stronger winter planning. Subscribe for more practical prepping content here on Prepper's Paradigm, and visit preppersparadigm.com for more winter survival guides and links to gear options that support your own preparedness. Thanks for watching this winter survival breakdown. Stay ready, stay warm, and stay aware during the cold months ahead.